too many can't play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go! 18 Gator.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On second down, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Quarter.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's complete to McCaffrey. A good pickup there at 22.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be second and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting fourth and goal now. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. They'll run for it. McCaffrey, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, you get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the Chiefs' 10-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
50.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do. That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Black 20. Squirrel. Black 52. Black
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And Ingram holds it in. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Alert.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's get off the field.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Joker 66. Bullet high.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. To try again after the sack. Mahomes, he's going to let this go. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Kansas City touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the head.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Another run by Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 44 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Big stop,
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Mahomes to throw, and this is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches get...
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Mahomes now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. 20. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On first down, Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming. Rush in. Watch it. 10.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. It's Hill, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On 1st down, Grant. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Roethlisberger. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Watch the pass.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it.
I got you, boy.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and